These reactions are brought to you by my $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/AlexHeitz. I'd like to thank Identitech, TFG, Will E, William Myatt, Steve Aldersley, Kurt David, Jason Bates, at HotGirlVideo69 on Twitter, Mason Frost, Matthew McLaughlin, Andreas Glacial, Biff C, Ray Schuster, and B Jabber for sponsoring this video, supporting me, my family, the channel. I appreciate it highly. I hope you all enjoy the video. My family is sick for the second time in like a month. Right before Christmas and right after Christmas. Sucks. It's okay. I'm feeling all right. A little scratchy throat, so maybe I'll do this every now and then. But it's hardcore, right? My scratchy voice is hardcore for this band that we're about to embark on. Ladies and gentlemen, we are beginning our Sonic Youth binge. Ooh. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Sonic Youth albums we're going to do. This one, obviously, Bad Moon Rising, Evol, Sister, Daydream Nation, Goo, Dirty, and Washing Machine. Murray Street was like an optional one, but since we're doing 7, I don't really like to do more than 7-ish at a time, because I remember I think I did 12 Bowie albums in a row, and I was like, I'm so eager to get to a different artist, because it took me months. So we're doing Sonic Youth at this point. Really interested and excited to get into this stuff. For those who don't know, I do unedited reactions at my Patreon, patreon.com/AlexHeitz. $10 a month gets you access to all of my reactions from Modest Mouse going forward, unedited. That's over 20 reactions at this point. So if you're interested in hopping in at that level, highly appreciated. Have a few people at that level at the moment. If not, $1 a month supports the channel, gets you access to polls that I do every 2 to 4 albums, where it kind of breaks up the monotony of an artist binge and interjects random esoteric albums into there. So if you would like to support the channel, it'd be highly appreciated at any level you so choose. Bad Moon Rising, Sonic Youth. This is their second album. We're skipping the first one because it's apparently just kind of Not many people really like it all that much. From what I have heard, it's just kind of like, whatever. So we're starting with Bad Moon Rising. I've reacted to 2 Sonic Youth songs on this channel so far. If you want to go check them out, The Burning Spear, and then their cover of The Carpenter's Superstar, which was a very interesting cover. Burning Spear, very no wave, not quite my thing, which me saying that right now might give you bad premonitions of things to come, but that's okay. I will preface this. And I've heard Cool Thing because it was on like Rock Band or Guitar Hero or something, which very noisy alt-rock track from, what was it, like 92? Was Goo 92? Goo's 90. So through these albums, we're going to have noise and possibly like some post-punk vibes, experimental rock as we go through. But the no wave seems to kind of give way to just more alt-rock stuff. They kind of ditch the no wave a little bit as it goes into the 90s, it looks like. And like around Daydream Nation, it looks like there's kind of a shift towards maybe like an art punk or alt rock thing, and it gets a little bit more melodic. But yeah, Burning Spear, that I heard off of their first EP or first album, if you will, very no wave, just, texture and rhythm over melody is kind of what new wave is all about. And I appreciate no wave to a new wave. I love new wave. I appreciate no wave to a certain point. If it's interesting and compelling, I'm there. If it's just like abrasive and hard to listen to, I don't care. So I'm interested to see what I haven't listened to a whole lot of no wave. I've heard some Swans. That's about it. A little bit of the Glenn Blanca album, whatever that is, The Ascension. So I'm interested to see what Sonic Youth does with no wave here on their first album. I'll be including the 4 bonus tracks, Satan is Boring, Flower, Halloween, and Echo Canyon. And that will put the album, take it from 37 minutes to 52 minutes. So nice normal length album here. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm open to these genres. I like noise to a degree. No wave I'm open to, and I find it compelling as a genre. I just haven't heard much. So without further ado, guys, I think we're gonna hop right on in with the first track, intro. Okay, very grounded, very basic so far. Nothing groundbreaking there. Not really no wave, but let's see what the next one is. Our first proper track, "Brave Men Run," in my family. Interesting. It's very compelling music. I knew this was going to be kind of like a dark nihilistic record. It's supposed to be about, according to Wikipedia, obsession, insanity, Charles Manson, heavy metal, Satanism, and early European settlers' encounters with Native Americans. So, very cheery topics. It is certainly compelling so far. It's more melodic than I was expecting. It sounds like there's like some level of like prepared guitar in here as well. I don't know how much they dabble in that realm, but I'm yeah, okay, good, good. Society is a whole. This album sounds like it's going to be like one flowing composition, kind of like Dark Side of the Moon, because all the tracks just end abruptly. um, Still compelling. It very drone as well. I noticed that was a genre on Rate Your Music. It's very slow, plodding, atmospheric, kind of sets the tone. So in that way, I don't have like a lot to say. It's really hard to talk about the music, about music when it's in a more progressive vein. Any genres like post rock, ambient, jazz, drone, minimalism. It's really hard to like talk about the music itself. But it's easier to talk about how it makes you feel. And the album cover is like perfect for the vibe and the mood. It's like a disdain and like an unease lurking under the surface. It's compelling. It's not perfect. I can see why this is not held as like a super great, amazing album. Because I also feel that way so far, but it's been solid so far for what it's been doing. I love her all the time. It's the nightmare version of Galaxy 500. That's the end of side one. Very soundscapey. Um, I wasn't expecting it to be quite so like I wouldn't quite call it drone heavy, but it's definitely not as noisy as I thought it may have ended up being. It's much more like prepared no wave kind of stuff, and it's compelling. I mean, it's really hard to put into words how this album is making me feel. Um, I'm enjoying myself. I'll probably not come back to this kind of music very much, if ever, because I talked about this recently in a song reaction I recorded that's going to be upcoming about like the emotions that music makes you feel versus your adoration for the artistry of the music. Because there's certain genres where I listen to it and I'm like, this is pretty good. This is entertaining. It's compelling. I'm enjoying myself, but on an artistic level because I'm appreciating the art for what it is. But the thing that the music makes me feel, I don't seek that out in music. That's not why I come to music. That's why some of my favorite genres are things like dream pop, new wave, jangle pop, sometimes post punk, that vein of stuff, ambient, which is almost like the exact opposite of this kind of thing, right? But that's not to say that I don't like enjoy the music. I just don't seek this kind of stuff out often to listen to. And whenever I do try to seek out things that are a little more dour, it's usually like post rock, like kind of darker post rock that's a little more cinematic. Not to say that this isn't. This is just way more abrasive and in your face, whereas post rock, it's like there's a wall between you almost. But no, this is good. This is good. This is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's not unlistenable. And that's really all I ask, honestly. Side 2, the classic, Ghost Bitch. You thought side 1 was dark. The production is so compelling. The production is arguably one of the best parts, I think, because like and composition is kind of what's just okay, like a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. Because I see a lot of people rating this either like a 5 out of 5 or like a 3 or 3.5 out of 5. And I can kind of see why people would feel one way or the other. I think the production is really good for what it's trying to accomplish. It's just okay in the songwriting department, I think. But I am enjoying myself. I am insane. It's like proto Spiderland. So far, I'm liking side B more than side A. Just by a little bit. Just by a little bit. I think the songwriting is a little bit better on this side than on the first side. I can also see like this is attributed as post-hardcore on Wikipedia, which I mostly disagree with. But I can see, like I said, there's like a hint of Slint in that song. Mostly in the delivery, but that like really sparse guitar playing really lends itself to that direction as well. Granted, this was before Slint. Was Spiderland 91? I think it was 91, right? Yep. So this was, what, 6 years before? 6 years prior? There ya go. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep trucking. We got Justice is Might. I like this strategy of explaining the song as it's playing. Very meta. Smash the like button. That's probably one of my least favorites so far on the whole album, but only by a little bit. It was it just felt too messy, and I know that that's an absurd thing to say for a no-wave noise rock band, but there's a difference between loose and tight. Don't take that out of context. Like the past couple tracks felt a lot tighter as far as like what they were trying to accomplish. That just felt like it was just kind of there, you know, especially in the lyrics. But it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't bad. All right, last track on the main album, Death Valley 69. This was a single they released a year before, I believe, featuring Lydia Lunch, one of the other no-wave pioneers of Teenage Jesus and the Jerks, you know, as it goes. I have not heard any of her music, but now I'm about to with Death Valley 69. Probably no surprise, arguably the best song on the album, even though it was like a single that kind of preceded the album in a way. Definitely had that punk edge, a little bit of garage punk in there. Good. Good composition, good playing, you know, everything that this album was trying to do, this song accomplished, I would say, without any obvious weaknesses. Good. Well, that was a nice little album. We're going to go into the bonus tracks now. Got about 14 minutes of bonus stuff here. Let's start with this very interesting one. Satan is boring.
What are you waiting for?
I don't know. Godot.
It's a shock absorb is ruled by the laws of descent. Get the fire.
I see why it wasn't put on the album. It was okay, but it felt like a weaker version of stuff from the A side, like Society as a Whole, which is already kind of like one of the weaker tracks on the album, but it's okay. It's okay. Satan is boring is boring. It's a joke. The next one is Flower. This was released as a single, also in '85. Just no wave noise rock, Halloween-esque thing. I think was Halloween the B-side. It was on the second 12-inch. Okay, Flower. Okay. Okay. I don't know what that song was about, and I'm not going to try to figure it out. I'm going to move on to Halloween.
Feeling that's growing up inside of me as you sing your song, as you and you slithering up to me, and you're so close. I just don't. You're just a swinging man, isn't your swinging song? And I don't know what you wanna do when you're.
Last half of that track was pretty compelling. I liked the composition of it, the playing, the different instruments coming in. Almost sounded like a ukulele came in at some point. I don't think it did, but started off a little bit dull, but got interesting as I went along. Okay, last one, 1 minute long, Echo Canyon. Okay. I don't know why you did that, but you did it. It didn't need to be there. Okay. Bad Moon Rising. A little bit rocky, but it's fine. Much like with other artists I've done, like David Bowie, I didn't love The Man Who Sold the World. What did I just do? The Cure. Three Imaginary Boys was also a little bit rocky. And this was rocky as well, but it was solid for what it was trying to attempt. The bonus tracks I didn't love a whole lot. I know some people like Flower. Didn't really strike me as that interesting. Halloween was probably the more interesting one for me. Favorites on the album would be Ghost Bitch, I'm Insane, Death Valley 69. I Love Her All the Time is fine. Brave Men Run is good. Society as a Whole and Justice Is Might are probably my two least favorites. Yeah, it's an okay album. It's an interesting like set piece that kind of shows where the band is going to be headed. And then the next one, Evol, is supposed to be quite good. Like they're really leaning into the stuff at that point. It's a little bit more of a post-punk kind of a thing. They get a little bit more experimental, I think. So I'm interested to see how that one sits when we get to it. But yeah, this was fine, but much like with other first albums, even though this is their first album I listened to from a band, I can kind of see how it's a little bit rocky footing getting into where they're headed. But I'm glad I listened to it. It was compelling, interesting, eager to get to Evol next. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Things to plug, patreon.com/AlexHeitz yet again. If you're interested in supporting the channel, $1 a month gets you access to polls that we do every 2 to 4 albums. And then, of course, $10 a month gets access to unedited reactions from Modest Mouse going forward. And then also the Discord. Link in the description for that. Got about 150-ish members over there. Music recommendations, discussions, Topster charts, memes, controversial topics. We do it all and then some. Nice little community of people over there, so if you want to join that, please do. A lot of Sonic Youth heads over there as well. If you're into Sonic Youth, you'll fit right in. And that's all I have for you guys. I hope you are all doing well. Hope you're having a nice start to the new year. A little bit rocky for me because I am ill. Well, not really ill. I just have some symptoms, and I hope it doesn't get worse. But eager to continue with this Sonic Youth binge, keep up with song reactions. I'm going to try to live stream more as I go along, do more YouTube live streams on like Sunday or something like that. But we'll see how this new year lands for us, shall we? Hopefully it's better than the previous two. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, Godspeed.